Hey guys, for y'all that's new to the channel, this is the Passive Money Podcast. Yeah, we know it's a podcast when we sit there and talk in an office all day and all the boring yada yada. So we try to get out here and get out in the community to show y'all different things on the financial literacy landscape to give you more education on where your money should go and how your money should work for you and things of that nature. And just passing out financial literacy to the masses. And again, we're just normal everyday people just trying to pass out the information that we've learned through our time winning with money to pass along to you. Today we out here at the
Riverstone.
All right. Today we out here at the Riverstone community. We're gonna go through a couple new construction builds, just give you an insight of what it looks like, you know, the pros and the cons of the new build versus the pre-existing house, and things that you should look at and understand when it comes to buying a house. With all that being said, let's go to the site.
So Kirby, what is your opinion on brand new homes versus used homes when you are a first-time home buyer?
Oh, so what aspects of the new home versus the...
As far as cost, like, you know, initial upfront cost or the expense of buying a home and all the factors that you have to consider.
All right, first let's just talk about how new homes are priced. So understand what they do is things like lumber and things like that. So this lumber here, let's say the 2x4 here costs $1, and I'm talking about pre-COVID when lumber was fairly cheaper. But let's say lumber costs $1. What the home builder does is they just multiply the cost of every material in the house times 3. So you wonder why they multiply times 3. Of course, the first cost is the cost that they paid for the lumber. The second cost is the cost that they're going to pay for labor, and then the third cost is their profit. So that's how they price for a home. So for every 2x4, let's say this one costs $1. It costs $1. They're going to charge you $3 per. So just multiply that by the number 2x4s, 2x2s, 4x4s, plywood, sinks, towels, curtains, everything, cinder blocks, everything is multiplied by 3s, and that's how they come up with the price of the home. So they can sell the home at an attractive price, they can pay for the labor, and they have room for their profit. So when we had that big surge in lumber costs and the lumber costs went up 1,000%, then the cost that it cost them to buy the lumber went up 1,000%. They're still using the same math of times them by 3. So that's why the homes in this same neighborhood, I had a friend, they bought a house in this neighborhood for $200,000 maybe a year or two ago, but now the same house, same size and model and things like that is going for around $400,000. And that's the difference between how they price a new home and then they price a pre-existing home. For pre-existing homes, it depends on the supply and demand of the area, or you know, the dynamics of the area, or if this is a new happening spot, or if everybody wants to move into this zone or something like that. The schools are getting better, or this became the new hub. So in here in Florida, as everybody will see in the slide next to me, Florida has become one of the hottest markets in the United States. So the demand is driving real high. So now the homes that was going for maybe $100,000, $200,000 a year ago is going for $300,000 and $400,000 now. So that's the dynamic of pre-existing versus a new home. The new homes are built. It has some supply demand dynamics in there also, especially if more people come in and buy the houses, they will jack up the price of new builds higher, but it's usually based off the cost of materials times 3, and then that's how they come up with their price. And then existing homes is usually the supply and demand in the area,